Okay, good day. Okay, today we will about to discuss the understanding income statement and cash flow. Okay, income statement and cash flow, sabi nga natin they are essential financial documents. Actually, okay, in terms of accounting, income statement and cash flow is part of the financial statements. No, sa amin, in accounting, this is a financial statement. Okay, for this discussion, sabi nga natin, income statement and cash flow statement are essential financial documents. Essentials or importance in the sense that it provide valuable insights into the business performance and financial health. Okay? Sino yon? Okay? Ang nagbibigay sa atin ng informations regarding the performance is our income statement. Okay? Kung gaano ka-healthy yung ating financial, it is the cash flow. Okay? So the presentations will explore the key components. We will know the parts and the importance of the statements as well as the strategies for managing our cash flow effectively. Okay, so let's have first the income statement. Sabi ko nga kanina, okay, income statement is all about measuring the profitability. Okay, so the first question is, what is an income statement? Okay, sabi natin, income statement is a financial document that summarizes the business income and expenses over a given period of time, showing whether the business made a profit or took a loss. Okay? So si income statement, okay, siya ang magsasabi, okay? Siya ang nagme-measure if we have a profit or loss at the end of a period. Okay, kaya nga when we talk about period, the next question is when to prepare, okay, an income statement. Sabi natin dyan, income statement are typically prepared on a monthly, quarterly, and annual to track the business performance and identify trends. Okay, so again, typically, we are preparing it on monthly, quarterly, and annual basis, yung ating income statement. Okay, what are the components? Okay, in the income statement, you can see, okay, what are the items included or the components. First, you have the revenue. When we talk about revenue, we are talking about the sales. Then you have the expenses. Siyempre, the difference between your revenue and your sales ay net income or loss, okay? With your variable expenses categorized based on that type of business. Okay, so later on makikita natin yung different format. Tandaan natin, income statement ay nagba-varies. Okay, depende po sa type of business na meron tayo. Okay, so meron tayong income statement format. Meron tayong tinatawag na traditional format. You have also the contribution format. Okay, so traditional format, sabi natin income statement. Okay, income statement subtract the cost of goods sold from the net sales to determine the gross profit. Okay, this format is commonly used by the banks and the financial institution. Ang sabi nga natin, this is a traditional format. Okay, ito yung normal. Ito yung parating ginagamit natin, especially for outside parties tulad na lang nila banks at saka si financial institutions. Okay, so meron din tayong tinatawag na contribution margin. Okay, so kung si traditional format ay ginagamit for the external users tulad nila bank and financial institution, contribution margin format naman ay para sa mga internal. Okay, internal in the sense that ito po yung useful sa management, okay, yung business mismo. So contribution margin format, income statement, sabi nga subtracts all the variable expenses from the net sales to determine the contribution margin. And this format is more commonly used by managers for tracking variable and fixed expenses. Kaya nga sabi ko, si contribution margin, this is intended for the management. Yung traditional format that is intended for the external parties like banks and financial institutions. Again, choosing the right format, sabi nga natin, traditional format is more commonly used in the business plan. Okay. While si contribution margin format naman is preferred by manager for internal analysis and decision making. So again, depende po ang magiging format natin sa ating pong user. Okay, yung gagamit ng ating income statement. Okay, kung ito ay internal or the management, then we will make use of the contribution margin format. Pero pag sa labas po, yung traditional format po ang ating gagawin. Okay, so let's have some example. Okay, sabi natin, okay, right, yung ating pong traditional, pag nakikita nyo po yan, okay, sabi nga natin kanina, you have the gross sales. Okay, pag sinabi natin gross sales, no, yung totoo, yung nabenta natin, then you have the sales return. Okay, what you will get from your gross sales less your net, less your sales return is your net sales, no? So, ibig sabihin, we will consider yung mga sales return, okay? Kung meron pang sales discount, ilalagay din natin yan, okay? Then, yung 4,400 na nandyan, that would be your revenue, okay? So, dito, sa makikita natin, okay, the revenue of revenue or the net sales, okay, that is your revenue, okay, yung 4,400. Then you have the cost of goods sold. Okay, kanina no, nabanggit din natin si cost of goods sold. Pero tignan nyo po how the cost of goods sold being computed. No, medyo marami po siya. Okay, you have to consider your beginning inventory. Then you have also to include or add yung ating purchases during the period. Then what you will get is your total na 1,800. Pag titignan nyo po, yung 1,200 na total, ang tawag natin dyan ay total goods available for sale. Okay. Then, from that total goods available for sale, okay, i-deduct po natin yung ating inventory at the end o yung August 13 natin. Ibig sabihin, yan yung naiwang inventory after tayong nagbenta. Okay, kaya nga ang makukuha mo from your 1,800, we will deduct the ending inventory ng 480, yung 1,320, yun atin ang cost of goods sold. Okay, kung na-compute na natin yan, you have the revenue of 4,400 minus the cost of goods sold, meron po tayong gross profit. Okay? Pero hindi po dyan natatapos ang ating pong mga gagawin. After you have get yung ating gross profit, titignan din natin what are our operating expenses. Sabi natin, these operating expenses, no, wala pong kinalaman doon sa expenses doon sa pinagbilihan natin ng ating goods. These operating expenses, no, these are yung when we say operating, these are the administrative expenses that being incurred, no, okay, aside from the cost of goods sold. Okay, so pag titignan natin yung detail ng operating expenses, diyan po natin makikita yung ating mga advertising, insurance, yung renta, yung telephone, and even the utilities. So, dapat i-deduct din natin yan sa your gross profit. Okay, so from your gross profit na 3,080, we will deduct the total operating expenses of 650. Then you will have now pre-tax profit or ang tawag natin dyan, profit before tax. Okay, fresh. Since that is before tax, then we need to deduct or compute yung ating taxes. Then we have to deduct taxes. That's the time, no, makukuha lang natin yung ating net profit. Okay, so ito po yung format ng ating traditional, okay, when it comes to retail business. Okay, so pag titignan naman natin yung ating, okay, this is another one, gross profit din po siya. Okay, this is a gross profit. Okay, so that is your traditional. Okay, tingnan naman natin yung ating contribution margin. Okay, so pag titignan mo iba, okay, so pag titignan ninyo, wala kang makikitang gross profit. Okay, At the end of the day, ang makikita natin ay contribution margin. Kaya nga siya contribution margin format. Again, we started with the revenue. Okay, sa revenue, again, you have the gross sale and you have the sales return. Okay, ang makukuha natin dyan is your net sales na 84,256. Okay, from that revenue, we will now deduct yung variable expenses. Okay, di ba sabi natin kanina, these variable expenses, this includes your materials, labor, and other costs pertaining to the goods that being sold. Okay, so diyan, ang cost of goods sold natin, okay, you have materials. Again, this is variable, okay, expenses. You have materials and labor. Ang tawag natin dyan, total cost of goods sold. Then you will add other variable expenses. Okay, ano ang nandiyan other variable? The commissions. Okay, you will get now your total variable expenses in the amount of 37,360. Okay, yung nakuha natin na revenue na 84,256 minus your variable expenses, yan po yung tinatawag natin na contribution margin. Okay, that is your contribution margin format. Again, okay, what happened in our total revenue, ang dinidak lang natin all the variable costs. Okay, after we deduct the variable cost, ang makukuha natin ay contribution margin. Okay, from that contribution margin, okay, i-deduct naman natin ngayon yung fixed operating expenses. Again, if you can notice, yung ating fixed operating expenses, nariyan si depreciation, advertising, insurance, rent, salaries, and utilities. Okay? So, from the contribution margin minus your fixed operating expenses, dyan lang po natin makukuha ulit si pre-tax profit or in our yan po yung profit before tax. Then you have to compute your taxes. Okay, after deducting your taxes, that's the time you will have the net profit. Okay, so yun po yung format ng contribution margin. Okay, so nakita nyo yung pagkakaiba ng traditional kaysa contribution margin. Okay, sa ating pong contribution margin, nai-emphasize, okay, yung type of expenses, which is the variable and fixed expenses, which is, I know, napag-aralan nyo na on the previous lesson. Okay, ano ang character ni variable, ano ang character ni fixed expenses. Okay, so that is the different format ng ating income statement. Ganon din, no? Si income statement, okay, for different types of business. Sabi ko nga kanina, no? Depende po yan sa type ng business ang ipiprepare natin na income statement. Okay, so let's take a look sa manufacturing business. Okay, si manufacturing business, ganito po yung makikita natin. Okay, example po yan ng income statement coming from the manufacturing business. Okay, so again, you have the revenue, then you have cost of goods manufactured and sold. Okay, so nagvavaries yung format natin. Depende po yan sa type of business. Okay, so dito, we should compute, no? Hindi lang cost of goods sold. Una-una, we need to consider cost of manufactured, then cost of goods sold. Okay, so pag titingnan natin dito, you have the materials. Okay, from the total materials, we add yung ating labor. Okay, then you will have now the cost of goods manufactured and sold. Okay, so nag-iba yung ating pong descriptions, di ba? Kanina cost of goods sold lang. Dito, cost of goods sold and manufactured. Okay, again, after you deducting the revenue from the cost of goods sold, cost of goods manufactured and sold, ang makukuha natin dyan ay si gross profit. Pareho pa rin. Okay? And the only thing is, naiiba yung description natin. Okay, then you have the operating expenses. Okay, after that, okay, deducting that operating expenses from your gross profit, you will get the profit before tax or yung pre-tax profit. You have to deduct the taxes to get your net profit. Okay, kaya nga ito manufacturing business. Okay, so makikita ninyo, okay, from your raw materials. Okay, yun yung mga materials. Okay. Okay, kaya nga siya manufacture that raw materials will turn into a finished product. Okay, yun yung ating ibinebenta. Kaya nga siya cost of goods manufactured and sold. Yung ginawa nila at binenta nila. Okay, so ito po yung format ng income statement pertaining sa manufacturing businesses. Okay. Tingnan nyo naman when it comes to service business. Okay, so pag titignan nyo ngayon, yung kanyang revenue or the sales, that is pertaining to the services rendered. Okay, hindi po yung product, kundi yan po yung services rendered, yung 6,900. Tingnan nyo rin, ang word ng ating cost ngayon is cost of services sold. Kung sa manufacturing, cost of manufactured and cost of goods manufactured and sold. Okay? Under service naman siya ay cost of services sold. Okay? So again, you have the materials, labor, okay, na composition ng ating cost of goods, cost of service sold. Okay. From that revenue, less the cost of service sold, again, we will have a gross profit. Okay? Nagbabago lang or nagbabaris lang yung description ng ating cost of goods sold. Depende po yan sa type of business. But then again, from your revenue, deducting that cost of service sold, cost of goods sold, cost of manufactured and goods sold, alam nyo, still you will get the gross profit. Okay? From that gross profit, you will have the operating expenses. Okay, after you deduct from the gross profit your total operating expenses, which is 1,400, yung 1,340 is your pre-tax profit or yung tinatawag natin na profit before tax. Then you have to deduct your taxes at meron na po tayong net profit. Okay, or minsan sinasabi nila yan, profit after tax. Okay, so pag titingnan nyo, itong format na to, na pinapakita ko sa inyo is yung ating traditional format. Kasi nga, ito yung common. Ito yung ating sinishare sa external party. Okay? Unlike yung ating contribution margin format, no? That is intended for the management. Okay? So pag services, at pagpapansin niyo, it varies lang po doon sa title o yung pagkakakraft nila ng cost of goods sold. Diba? So you have seen si manufacturing business. This is service business. Okay, so pag titingnan nyo, ito po si retail. Kasi ano ba pagkakaiba ni manufacturing kay retail? Okay, tulad ng nasabi natin, si manufacturing divide the raw materials and make finished product. Kaya nga sila manufacturing company. Si retail naman, the retail businesses, they just buy the product and sold the product as is. Okay. Kaya pag titignan nyo yung kanyang cost of goods sold, no, wala kayong makikitang materials, wala kayong makikitang labor. Okay. Ang meron siya is purchases kasi binili niya yung goods, okay, as is, ibibenta rin niyang as is. Walang process na mangyayari. Okay, so again, you have the gross sales, less sales return, then you have the net sales. Okay, from your net sales, okay, ito na. Ang kanyang description only ay cost of goods sold. Okay, again, you have to consider your beginning inventory, add purchases during the period, then you will have yung ating total goods available for sale. Okay, that is your 1,800. Then you have to deduct the ending inventory na 480. Okay, the difference will be the cost of goods sold. Okay, from your revenue na 4,400, you will deduct the cost of goods sold. Ang makukuha natin ay gross profit. From the gross profit, you have to deduct the operating expenses. Okay, then you will have the pre-tax profit or profit before tax, then deduct again the taxes. You will have now the net profit. Okay, so I think mas klaro, okay, the different income statement. Depende po yan kung ano ang type of business. Okay, today you have seen yung ating manufacturing business, how the financial statement being prepared. Meron din tayong service business. Ganito yung format ng income statement na kailangan nating i-prepare. And if we are in a retail business or sometimes we call it merchandising business, okay, ito po yung format na gagamitin natin. Okay, so that is all about the income statement. Okay, tingnan natin naman si cash flow. Okay, si income statement, sabi nga natin, siya yung nagme-measure ng performance. Si cash flow naman, siya yung nagsasabi kung gaano ka-healthy yung ating pong company or the business that we have. Okay, so unang-una in our cash flow, sabi niya the importance of cash flow. Okay, cash flow, sabi nga natin, is the money received minus what is spent over a specified period of time. Okay, it is crucial for a business to have sufficient cash on hand to continue operations. Okay, so simple lang po ang cash flow. Ibig sabihin, okay, ito po yung natitira, net, no? Ito po yung natitirang cash at the end of the period. Okay, tinitingnan natin kung magkano pa or how much cash we have or how much cash that is available to be used in the operations. Okay, next, monitoring the cash flow. Businesses prepare a cash flow statement to record the inflow and outflow of cash when they are actually incurred, okay, providing a clear picture of the company's liquidity. Okay, sabi natin monitoring cash flow kasi nga si cash flow statement, lahat ng pumapasok, okay, that what we call inflow. Pag inflow, lahat ng kanilang natanggap na pera, no, nire-record nila. At lahat ng lumabas, that is your outflow, no, nare-record nila. So that, no, makikita nila kung ilan or magkano ang natira sa kanila na pwede pa nilang gamitin in operation. So, kung sabihin natin si cash flow is a cross monitoring ng movements ng ating cash. Kaya nga siya cash flow, no? How the movements of the cash from the incoming, which is the inflow, and the outflow, yung paglabas, yung pagbabayad or paggamit natin ng cash. Okay, the strategies for a positive cash flow. The strategies like collecting quickly, billing payment close to due date, minimizing inventory can help business maintain yung tinatawag natin na healthy cash flow. Okay, so titignan natin lahat ang mga yan. Okay, so may tinatawag tayong, okay, ito yung mga cyclical cash flow. Okay, unang-una yung seasonal business. Okay, medyo mahirap siya. Pag sinabi nating seasonal, no, hindi siya parang normal. There are certain period wherein mataas ang sales natin. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, mataas ang inflow natin during those time or period na yon. Okay? So, businesses with sales that fluctuate, no? Based on the time of year, such as yung ating ice cream shop or yung mga holiday retailers, must carefully monitor their cash flow during their low sales period. Okay? So, medyo ang delikado sa mga seasonal businesses ay during doon sa hindi pa ano yung kanila, hindi pa yung time to have a highest or yung mataas na sales nila, no? So, ang pinaka-crucial sa kanila is monitoring their cash flow during the low sales period. Okay, so preparing for a low sales period, sabi natin business must ensure that they have enough cash reserve, no? So, syempre, kung kukunti lang yung pumapasok, yung inflow, but the cash outflow ay will continue. Okay, so saan sila kukuha? So, doon po nagkakaroon ng close monitoring, okay, when it comes to cash flow. Sabi nga natin, during the low sales period, okay? So, okay, then you have the monitoring of burn rate. Okay, entrepreneurs must also understand their burn rate. Ano ba tong burn rate? Ang sabi nila, the rate at which the company spend cash without generating positive cash flow to determine how long they can operate before needing to generate revenue. Okay, so ang pinaka-example po ng burn rate na tinatawag nito, no, yung bago pa lang yung company and the company need to invest, lalong-lalo na sa mga fixed assets, okay, wherein no, hindi nila agad-agad ma-realize yung kanilang ginamit sa pagbili ng fixed assets. Okay, so Okay, so during those time, kailangan din natin, no, we need to close monitor yung ating pong cash flow. Okay, so interpreting the cash flow statement, sabi nga natin from your beginning cash balance, okay, that is your cash on hand at the start of the period. Then we need to add cash inflow. Ito nga, sabi ko sa kanina, the cash inflow, these are the money received. At kadalasan po yan is coming from the sales, di ba? Or kung hindi man sa sales, no, these are the investment or yung ating, halimbawa, mangungutang tayo sa bangko. Okay, so that would be your cash inflow. Yun po yung papasok na pera sa atin. So you have your beginning balance, idagdag natin yung pumasok, yung natanggap nating pera, pero ibabawas po natin yung cash outflow. Sabi nga natin, si cash outflow, the money spent, no? Yung ginamit nating pambayad doon sa ating purchases, ginamit nating pambayad doon sa ating rental, sa ating mga utilities, sa ating pong mga other operating expenses. Okay, ang natira doon, yan ang tawag natin ay net cash. Okay, or sometimes sabi nga natin the change in the cash flow indicating whether the business has a positive and negative flow for the period. Again, you have your beginning balance, you add the cash inflow minus your cash outflow, okay, is equal to your net cash. Okay, ano ang ibig sabihin if you have a positive balance and a negative balance? Okay, pag sinabi natin positive cash balance, ibig sabihin meron pa tayong naiiwan na pera or cash that could be used in the business. Medyo mahirap kapag negative cash flow. Ibig sabihin kasi pag negative, mas marami ang cash outflow kaysa yung ating cash inflow. Hindi marami tayong ginastos kaysa yung pumasok na pera. Yun yung mas delikado. Okay, so ang tinitignan natin parati should be a positive cash flow. Ibig sabihin, mas marami pa rin tayong pumapasok na pera kaysa yung nilalabas natin na pera. Okay, so after that, you have also to know kung paano natin i-improve yung ating cash flow. Kanina nabanggit na rin natin ito. Kaya ang sabi dyan, you collect the cash quickly. Ibig sabihin, you have to encourage the customer to pay in cash rather than using a credit to get paid faster. Okay? Kasi nga, no, syempre pag hindi yan cash, lalo-lalo na pag cheque pa yan, meron pa tayong day na ipaprocess yan or clearing na tinatawag pag dineposit natin ng cheque. Ang gusto nga natin, no, magamit natin agad yung cash inflow. Kasi remember, collection is inflow yan. Okay, so mas maganda pag makakolekta tayo ng mas maaga. Okay, so that is how we can improve yung ating cash flow, no? Mabilis o magkaroon tayo ng collection efficiency. Hindi lang efficiency, dapat ano pa siya, no? Yung mas mabilis. Okay? Okay, kung yan ang nais natin, it will improve the cash flow. Then you have the next one is time bill payment. Ito naman, okay, the pay bills close to the due date to hold onto cash as long as possible. Kung si collection natin, gusto nating makolekta agad, yung bayaran natin, no, hindi natin siya babayaran agad, no? As much as possible, babayaran natin siya on the due date. Okay? Para hindi tayo mag-incur ng charges, but at the same time, para magamit pa natin yung cash. Okay, sabi nga dyan, no, you need to hold and to cash as long as possible. No? Hindi tayo pwedeng bayad ng bayad, no? Kung mayroon tayong bayaran. Titignan natin ngayon kung kailan ang due date. At ang pinakamaganda, we will pay close or on the due date. Okay, ibig sabihin, that will also improve the cash flow. Kasi nga, siyempre, hindi pa naman due date, nagbayad ka na, di hindi mo na magagamit yung cash mo kasi lumabas na siya. Okay, while pag hindi mo pa siya ginamit, then siya yung nandoon pa rin na pwedeng gamitin natin in our daily business. Okay? Then you have to monitor your cash balances. Regular check cash balance, and keep track of your daily earnings and expenses. So napakahalaga yan. Kailangan meron kang magkano ngayon ang pumasok at magkano ngayon ang lumabas. Okay, your cash inflow and cash outflow. Nang sa ganon, you will have you have to know magkano ang naiwang cash balance natin at the end of the day. Ganon din with regards to lease equipment, no? Avoid large down payment by lease equipment instead of buying it. Okay, kasi nga pag sabi nating lease equipment, no, para tayong nagre-renta ng equipment. At alam natin yan, no? When we talk about equipment, syempre mahaba. A long-term period po yan pagdating sa lease. Okay? Kung medyo mataas ang down payment, ibig sabihin, no? Matagal natin marirealize, okay? Yung ating binayad doon. Okay, ano nangyari? Malaki ang iyong cash outflow pagdating sa lease payment. Okay, so again, hindi po pwedeng ganon. Okay? So, para ma-improve natin, i-avoid natin, no, yung malaking down payment when it comes to this equipment. Then, minimize inventory. Okay? Keep inventory level low to free up cash tied up in a slow-moving product. Okay? Napakahalaga po ito, lalo na si inventory. Isa sa pinaka mataas or pinakamalaking assets wherein, no, nakatali yung ating cash dyan. So, in order to improve our cash flow, dapat wag tayong magkaroon ng mataas na stock o maraming stock in it comes to inventory. Kailangan din nating i-monitor yung mga non-moving products. No? Kung non-moving siya, ibig sabihin wag na tayong mag-purchase pa ng marami. We can maintain yung tinatawag na minimum level. Okay? At saka dapat hindi tayo magkaroon ng overstock. Kaya nga minimum lang or minimize lang yung ating stock in order to improve our cash flow. Kasi kung marami tayong stock, ibig sabihin yung pera natin na pinangbili doon, so nakatali na sa inventory. Inventory pa yan. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa yan nabibenta. So, ibig sabihin, malaki ang lumabas, okay, at hindi natin naibenta, nasa inventory pa yan, so walang cash inflow. In the sense, magiging problema natin yung ating net cash. Okay, so these are the how we will improve the cash flow. Collect cash quickly, bill payment, time bill payment, monitor cash balance, list payment, and your minimize inventory. Okay, so pag titingnan natin, diyan sa ating monitor, you have the income statement. Si income statement, sabi natin, measures the profitability. Okay, also the income statement tracks the revenue and expenses. Okay, income statement, siya po ang nagsasabi, he show net profit or net loss at the end of the period. And again, income statement is prepared periodically. Pag sinabi natin periodically, either monthly, quarterly, and annually. Kadalasan lahat po yan. No? We have a monthly income statement, quarterly, and annually. Okay? For cash flow, sabi nga natin si cash flow measures the liquidity or the health of our company. Okay? Ang tinatrack naman niya yung ating cash inflow and outflow. Yung money received and money na i-out natin. Okay, si cash flow show the net change in the cash or yung net movement ng cash natin. And si cash flow or cash flow statement preferred regularly to monitor the cash positions. Again, for our takeaways, sabi natin income statement measure the business profitability by tracking the revenue, expenses, and the net income or loss. Okay, so they are essential for understanding the company's financial performance. Okay, then you have the cash flow. Pag sinabi natin cash flow statement, track a business liquidity by recording the cash inflow and outflow. Monitoring the cash flow is crucial for ensuring a company has sufficient fund to offer it. Then, nakita natin paano natin i-improve ng ating cash flow. The strategies, okay, by collecting payment quickly, timing ng bill payments, minimizing the inventory, which can help the business maintain yung tinatawag natin na healthy cash flow and avoid cash shortage. Okay? Businesses with seasonal patterns must carefully manage their cash flow to cover yung ating mga fixed expenses during yung tinatawag natin na low sales period, and also to understand their burn rate. I think that's all for today in understanding the income statement and cash flow. Okay, thank you class and good day po sa ating lahat.